Okay, I'm bringing up the stream on my tablet in case there's any chat. Okay, there it is. Alright, so on this part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump to a state that's in famine and head towards a distribution center, and I'm going to do some high energy FSD wake scans. But first I want to set my fire groups because I want the wake scanner to be on my primary trigger. So let's do that now. Fire groups. Right now I have the advanced discovery scanner as my primary trigger and the frame shift wake scanner as my secondary trigger. So I'm going to reverse that mainly because I'm right-handed and I like the trigger one is the R2 of my PS4 controller. So I'm going to change that to 2 and I'm going to change this one to 1. And with the fire groups, you have the primary fire groups, which is here. Then I have the secondary fire group, and I have a third fire group. But that's how you set it. The number 1 represents the primary trigger, and then number 2 represents your secondary trigger on your HOTAS, flight stick, on your controller, whatever. Okay, let's jump to the system. Hopefully they're going to have a distribution center.
Frameshift drive charging.
They should. It's a system that's in famine with a lot of people there. In my Python, I switched out of my Anaconda to the Python because this has the wake scanner on it. And it's a little bit more maneuver or faster than the. Well, that's a big star. It's faster than the Anaconda, so it's better at catching up to those wakes. Okay, now let's look for a distribution center. And there it is. So we will target that and head towards it. And it's going to be like any station. You just fly to it until you're able to drop. Remember, at 10 seconds, you want to throttle down to the blue section. There we go. That way you won't overfly it or overshoot it. And when it tells you it's safe to disengage super cruise, then you do that. And you want to fly towards the big ships. They have some Type 9s that are distributing food. But you have a lot of ships coming in to bring food, and you have a lot of ships leaving. So a distribution center will have a lot of FSD wakes. So I'm going to show you how I do it. And again, these wakes, you need them mostly for FSD modifications with Felicity Farseer. And since we got 2 ships coming out on Thursday, I want to get some so I can do some engineering. Get some more high energy FSD wake data. Okay, dropping out now. And already you can see all those white things on the scanner there. Those are actually the wakes. So let's go to contacts. We'll go to this Type 9 Heavy at first. Okay, we're pretty close. And I'm going to throttle down almost to 0. Deploy my hard points. Go to contacts, look for okay, right now there's no, what are they talking about? There we go, high energy FSD. Now, it's going to just be displayed on the radar screen, and it's going to have the brackets around it. So I see that this one's almost in front of me, and I got to be within 4 kilometers. So we're almost there. Okay, why isn't this working? Do I have it turned on? Okay, why is this not working? Ah, I didn't have it turned on. Okay, idiot. Okay, here we go. And on that, I got atypical disrupted wake echoes. Let's go for another one. Okay, this is behind me, so if it's behind me, I want to pitch up until it becomes right in front of me. And then I'm going to boost so I can get closer to it. Then I can start to scan. Now sometimes you can scan it and not get any data. It's it's RNG. So I got eccentric hyperspace. And you also get 3 of them. Okay, get this in front of me. We can scan this. Nope, it's 8. So boost until we're within 4 kilometers. Boost again. Okay. And you just scan them and see what data you get, if any. Okay, I got an atypical disrupted wake. And again, this one's behind me, so I want to pitch up until it's in front of me. And get within range. And that's pretty much all there is to scanning these FSD, high energy FSD wakes. Okay, I got anomalous FSD telemetry. And the reason why I like doing it in a distribution center is because you do have a lot more ships coming and going than you do at any station. Okay, start to scan. And the grade 5, the one that you really want, and it's hard to get, is the data mine wake exception. But if you get enough of these scans, you can go to a material trader and trade them in for data mine wake scans, because that you're going to need for a grade 5 FSD increase when you're engineering your FSD, along with chemical manipulators and arsenic. See, that one disappeared before I can get before I could scan it. And with high energy FSDs, that's telling you that the ship jumped to another system. If it says low energy FSD, then that means they're still in the same system, but they jump to supercruise. But basically with the wake scanner, if you want to follow somebody, it actually tells you where they went to. See, that one went to the Hydra sector, whatever, and you can actually engage your FSD and follow them. But as a side byproduct, you also get these scan datas that can be used for FSD or for engineering. So that's it. That's basically it. You just target them, and when you're within range, you scan them, and you check underneath the info panel, see if you got any data. On that one, I didn't get any data. Again, it's all RNG. But when you target them, they're going to show up on your sensor dish, the big round circle thing, and it's going to have the brackets around it. Okay, this one's behind me, so I'm going to pitch up and bring it in front of me. There it is. Boost until I'm within range, which is less than 4 kilometers, and scan it. Okay, yeah, I got strange wake solutions on that one. Okay, this one's over here. Another strange wake solution and atypical disrupted wake echoes. Do one more. Okay, he's behind me, so pitch up. Okay, I might have to boost a couple, another time, one more time. Okay, nothing. Let's do another one. Okay, he's off there, so put him in, get him in front of me. Atypical. Those are pretty, they're called atypical, but they're pretty typical. You get a lot of those. And again, you can always check your data your scans right under inventory under data. So if I look under atypical disrupted wake echoes, I already have 106 out of 300. So I can hold 300 of these. But the class 5 one is the data mine wake exception. And I only have 3 out of 100. So let's go for another one. Okay, he's behind me a little bit. Boost. One more time. Okay, didn't get anything on that one. And again, you want to get as many of these as you can, because you can always trade them with the material trader that deals with data. And you might be able to trade them in for some atypical or some data mine or higher grade materials. Okay, atypical. Still haven't gotten a data mine. That's how rare they are. Okay, he's going to be in front. Again, you check the targets on your sensor dish or the radar dish. You don't go by the compass like you would with a planet or a station. These are all going to be on the radar dish. And they will have the, like I said, they would have the brackets, the greater than and less than symbols around them. It's pretty boring, but it's worthwhile getting as many as you can. Now, since they have the material traders, and since you're here, you might as well get as many as you can. Okay, that guy's behind me, so I'm going to pitch up until he's in front of me, or it's in front of me. But as you see, by having my throttle almost to 0, I can just boost towards the FSD wake. Strange and atypical. Okay. And we'll do some more here. And I've yet to get a data mine. Okay, nothing on that one. Okay, he's over here. Okay, another atypical. And that's what it is. It's just keep scanning. This is why they call it a grind. I don't refer to it as a grind anymore, because the engineers are fixed and you're guaranteed something positive. But prior to 3.0, you didn't know if the engineer was going to give you something positive or not. So there, I considered the material gathering for the engineers as a grind because you wasn't guaranteed something positive out of it. Okay, anomalous FSD telemetry. Like I said, all that's going to appear underneath the info panel. What type of data you got. And we're going for that elusive data mine wake exception. Grade 5 material. But, since they got the material traders, it's easy to get the low grade data and then trade up for the data mine for the grade 5 material. Because I used to spend, honestly, like 6-7 hours straight doing nothing but scanning these things. Back before 3.0, when you had to have enough for like 60 rolls or 70 rolls. But the engineers are not as bad as they used to be. You might need maybe 7 or 8 grade 5 rolls to complete it. But this is the RNG part of the game where it's all determined by random numbers. Okay, sometimes you gotta wait a little bit for the ships to. There they go. So like I said, you got a lot more ships coming and going than you do at any station. And that's why this distribution centers are great for doing wake echo scans or high energy FSD wake scans. And again, you find them in a system that's in a state of famine. Go for the one that has the highest population. And just look for the distribution center and fly to it. And then look for the high energy FSD wakes in the contacts panel. Atypical. So I'm probably going to have, probably going to fill up my atypical ones, even though I have like, I think 300 I could store. Because even though they're called atypical, which means not typical, they're pretty much typical. Okay, anomalous, no, I can't even speak today. Anomalous. Okay. There's a high energy. And I still haven't got one single data mine. Strange wake solutions. Okay, he's behind me, so I'm going to pitch up and bring him to the front. anomalous. Still looking for one data mine. Okay, bring him up to the front. Now, probably the second or the next training stream I'm going to do for Commander Molonos will be surface prospecting, getting the raw materials that you need, how to use the wave scanner to find the rocks that you need to shoot. But first I'm going to be hanging around here for a while. But that's it, just, you know, find the target on your radar screen. If they're behind you, then just pitch up until they appear in front of you. Get within 4 kilometers and you can start scanning them. That's all there is to it, and it's quick and easy. Well, not quick, it's easy, but... Alrighty then, one more. Still haven't found a data mine. Okay, that one disappeared. It took too long to get to it. I boosted. I didn't need to boost, but I get it. Oh, no, I didn't get it. My bad, I was going too fast. Atypical, two atypicals. We'll go for this guy here. See, if you set your throttle to almost 0, then you can just boost and you don't have to worry about flying past it. I mean, one time I was here for like 6 hours and I boosted so much I used up almost half a tank of fuel, and that's a lot of boosting. More atypical disrupted. Okay, I'll do a couple more and then we'll end this stream. Like I said, this is for my friend Commander Molonos. Who himself does a lot of Elite Dangerous streams. They're very entertaining. He has a really nice setup where he's inside the space shuttle Intrepid. And if you haven't seen Verona, I can't say his name, Veronos, Veronos, Molonos, check him out on YouTube. If you can, you know, subscribe to him and hit the notification so you'll be sent a message whenever he does a live stream. And he's from the United Kingdom. In fact, he's from Bedfordshire. So through this game, I made a friend in the United Kingdom, which I never would have on any other game. And right now, at his time, it's what, 11:19 p.m. Here in Phoenix, Arizona, it's only 4:19 p.m. Okay, so that's basically all it is to scanning high energy FS. There we go, data mine wake exception. There we go, the granddaddy, grade 5. Okay, with that, I'm going to end the stream. That's how you do data mine, or that's how you do the FSD wake scans. Go to a system that's in a state of famine. Look for one that has a high population. Then when you get there, look in your navigation for distribution center. This thing right here, distribution center. Target it, fly to it, and then drop out a super cruise when it tells you to. And then look in contacts for the high energy FSD wake. Target it. It's going to appear on your radar dish. If it's behind you, then just pitch your ship up until it comes in front of you. Boost until you're within less than 4 kilometers, and then start your scan. And that's all there is to it. You might want to play some music in the background because it can get kind of boring. And I'm Commander Gates. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope it was very instructive for you, Commander Molonos. And I'll catch you later when you stream. And everyone else, have a great day. And thanks for joining. And if you like the stream, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. I don't do a lot of streaming, but you'll be notified whenever I do another stream. I stream all sorts of games, mainly Elite Dangerous, and now I'm doing Jurassic World. So once again, thanks for joining, and Commander Molonos, I hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, have a good night.